Alright, this next guy that comes to the stage, very, very funny guy. Please help me welcome Zoab Kapoor. Hello, Rooster T. How are you doing? Alright, it's a big crowd tonight. Alright, so let me start off by telling you a little bit more about myself. In case you couldn't tell from the accent, I am Indian. But I was born and brought up outside of India, which basically means that Russell Peters has stolen all of my jokes. So, today I drove down, I live up north in Marin County. So this is my first time out of the bubble this year. I mean, a lot of people, I moved there recently actually, and a lot of people are telling me about this bubble of affluence in Marin. And I mean, I got a couple of questions about that, right? Firstly, where does this thing end? Does it reach up to the edge of space? Do planes flying through Marin, do the passengers suddenly grow Rolexes? I mean, I have a theory to that. I think I know where the bubble ends. As soon as you're high enough to see Oakland, it ain't the rich bubble anymore. So I noticed a few things, being a foreigner coming to this country. One of the things is, your electricity is different, you know that? In Singapore, which is where I'm from, they feed you 220 volts of power. In England, it's like 230. Here, it's just 110. I think we all know why. You can't trust Americans with power. Sorry, you see that head roll? Man. So I'm a high school senior right now, which puts me in a lot of trouble because I'm also like this. So I recently got in trouble the other day for doing something they don't really like. Speaking my mind. So, apparently, according to them, the right reaction to when you meet someone who has brittle bone disease is not, well, I bet you hate it when you get pushed around. And so, I did this in class, which was a huge mistake. A huge mistake. And one of my teachers actually got kind of, he actually told my parents about it. He was like, I think your son is a bit pessimistic. I think at this point they may have said no shit, but I'm not sure. So, but they were curious, so they decided to sneak in little tests here and there to see, you know, which way how I really feel about the world. So one time I was trying to put a glass into the dishwasher, and I was like, so Mom, Dad, is this dishwasher clean or empty? And they were like, well, I don't know, Zob. Would you say it's half clean or half empty? I have a better question for you. Why the fuck would you fill up a dishwasher half clean and half empty? It does not make any sense. And ladies and gentlemen, the education system here is not helping very many people. When I got to my new school, it was time to pick courses. I was looking through the course list, man. I was like, oh, well that's interesting. They have 2 years of chemistry. That's actually pretty good for America. Yeah, I'm gonna get so killed on the way out. But they do have 10 levels and 5 years of ceramics classes. I find this great because it reverses a very popular paradigm. See, if you're taking 5 years of ceramics classes, there is only one place you can get a job. And I would love to go back home and see Indians saying, nah, these bloody Americans, they come to our country, they take our jobs! I just can't take it anymore. So, how many of you have been keeping up on the current affairs? Oh, okay, well, it is a comedy club, you know? So I hear, I was reading in the news lately, apparently George Lucas sold the rights to Star Wars to Disney. They're going to come out with a 7th Star Wars movie. I'm going to watch that. Not because of the plot, not because of the characters, but because I want to find that hidden Mickey. As old people have started to call us, we, us young folks, are starting to be called the internet generation. And that is true. And I think that that can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. There's a lot of too much crap on the internet, right? My friends keep forwarding me these links to like online quizzes. And they are getting dumber and dumber.
I agree.
Thank you, I didn't know this was a dialogue room. So one of my friends sent me this quiz, and it's like a, I don't know if you know what a Rorschach test is, but it's basically they show you like a blot of ink, and they're like, what do you make of this? And supposedly that tells you things about yourself. So this friend links me to a quiz, and it's just a blue dot, and they're like, what color is the dot? Just for kicks, I answered green. Their result, you're adopted. I mean, who writes this stuff? Another problem, right, with the internet is that it educates people about sex much too fast. And one of my friends came up to me real excited and was like, hey, Zoab, did you know that a sneeze is 1/10 of an orgasm? I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Girls can fake sneezes? I tried this out once, ladies and gentlemen. I tried this out on a past girlfriend, and I sneezed on her 10 times. She didn't orgasm. She dumped me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the joke telling you a little bit more about my family life. My parents are, living the Indian dream here in America, and of course, here in Silicon Valley, of course we understand that. And of course they want me to do one of two things. They want me to be a doctor or an engineer. And I was kind of cool with that because, I like science, I can live with it. But my parents, my relatives, they always get me with this one question. And it's like, they ask me, so son, what type of engineer do you want to be? At which point I say, they have types? And I mean, some of these are pretty straightforward. You can understand what maybe an aeronautical engineer does, or a chemical engineer, that's easy. But a civil engineer? What the hell is a civil engineer? Are they just polite to each other or something? But a lot of people, I have a friend who wants to be a civil engineer, and I wanted to for a while. A lot of people tell me that civil engineering is a really easy job. No, it's not. Look at the Leaning Tower of Pisa, will you? The guy's constructing it just a little bit to the left there. A little more to the left there. Ow. Fuck yeah. Hey, Luigi, why you drop it? Because it's heavy, eh? Fuck you, Luigi. Yeah, Luigi's the most creative name I could come up with. Hey man, why are you sweating? You're civil engineer! Thank you guys, that's been my time. You guys have been wonderful. Good night! Alright, Zoab Kapoor, everybody. Keep it going for your bar and wait staff, working hard for you tonight.